All right, Don, you are with AirRageous.
AirRageous.
Yes, and this is a great opportunity you gave me to take some photos with this hot air balloon as it was getting packed up, and I met the fluffers. I got there.
Fluffers, yes.
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 And so, Don, I didn't meet this little guy.
I'm Cameron.
This is my grandson, Cameron.
Cameron, your grandson. Very good.
I'm actually learning how to fly it.
Yes, he is.
I have 6 hours of flight time.
That is awesome. How old are you, Cameron?
13.
How old do you have to be to start taking lessons?
14.
Officially 14.
And
But
you
I've been learning how to fly this since
He get his license
I
at
was 9.
16.
You can get your license. Okay, so kind of like
I've been
pilots.
flying this since I was 9, wasn't it?
Oh, awesome. Okay, Don, tell me about your
Well,
Montgolfier.
we named this chicken Montgolfier because the people who invented the hot air balloon in 1783 in France were named Etienne and Joseph Montgolfier. And they were the paper manufacturers of the King of France, King Louis XVI. And they noticed that pieces of paper that they were burning would lift up in the smoke. And they thought the smoke had a lifting power, so they thought if they could capture it in a bag, it could lift the bag up and fly away. And so they experimented with bigger and bigger bags and smokier fires, and finally got a one that could lift a man aloft, but a little bit nervous about this. So the first ever beings to fly were a sheep, a chicken, and a duck. And those animals were put into a cage, and they were lifted off out of Paris, went about 5 miles out in the fields and vineyards, and the only injury is that the duck had broken its wing. It was the first aerial quack up. So it was now time to take a man aloft. So King Louis XVI said, I don't want any of my friends to get killed in this. So he brought two criminals out from the Bastille to, I'm losing my chicken.
Okay, there he goes with the balloon. Because that's the only chicken that's allowed on board.
That's the only chicken we allow on board.
That's great. And he's getting packed in the bag. Wow, that is a big bag of tricks. And I've got to interrupt. Is there a certain art to packing this bag so that it unfoils? Is there a certain art to packing the bag so it unfoils correctly?
Yes. Oh, yes.
How long have you been trained?
We're always being trained.
You're always being trained. Okay. Yes. And so the fluffers will tell you whether you did your job right the next time it comes out.
Now they're going to put their best assets forward.
Ancient Japanese art.
Ancient Japanese balloon maneuver of bunzon.
Woohoo!
That's the part I do best.
Yeah, well I can see
so
we're back
to 1783,
yes,
and they were going to put two criminals on board, but two noblemen decided that honor should go to noblemen and not criminals. So they petitioned the King of France to take that right. So they put the criminals back in the Bastille. That was the first incidence of airline bumping. And so these two gentlemen took off from Paris and made the first successful balloon flight in 1783, November 22nd. Their names were Jacques-François Pilatre de Rosier and the Marquis de Arland. And when they landed out in the fields and the vineyards, the peasants, the farm workers, the farmers did never see anything like this. They thought it was a demon. And so they attacked it with their pitchforks and rakes and shot it with their muskets. And so Pilatre and the Marquis, they got out of the wreckage of the basket and trying to settle the mob down, so they had half a case of champagne with them. Why only half a case? They drank the other half to get the nerve to get it in the first place.
Oh.
Another tradition I carry on to. No, I don't. No. So they offered up the champagne to the peasants, the champagne, and to show that they were noble Frenchmen and not demons. And so they all had a big party. They brought out a wagon with cheese and crackers and bread. It was the first ever tailgate party. So we have all these firsts. And they went back to Paris. They reported back to King Louis XVI. He thought it was a grand idea with the champagne and passed a law that all future flights shall carry champagne of the local vintage to show that they were noblemen and not demons coming from the sky.
Yeah, since you know all these factoids, you probably know the first woman to go up in the air.
I do, and I'm just blank on her name.
Me too.
She flew with a gentleman called Jeffries in a gas balloon. Shortly after the hot air balloon was invented, they came up with the idea of the gas balloon full of hydrogen, which was a better way to fly at the time because they couldn't safely take fire with them.
Okay.
And so the gas balloon was much
watch
better.
It get into its little
get stuffed into the trailer.
In the trailer. You know what? You and that French woman, which will be me, are going to be at the AATH conference in Vincennes, Indiana.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll be in contact. Thank you so much for this.
Housekeeping in the trailer now.
Oh, housekeeping, that's always good. I like things organized and neat and teamwork. So your crew has it all.
Yes.
And Wells Fargo wagon is there in Waterville. Mark Lamoureux has made many scale models of it. So you're coming, you are a wellness weaver, and you'll be eligible to come to Waterville.
Well, thank you.
You and your family and friends. So
And
awesome.
we say in ballooning.
Trains, Planes, and Automobiles Festival in September, so that will be another opportunity where you can come to Waterville.
Well, and we always say about ballooning that we can't get it up without a little help from our friends.
That is good. All right, awesome. You are an awesome team. Thank you so much for letting me videotape you. And Connie, we look forward to seeing you in Waterville for Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. And you guys will see Amelia Earhart and get a ride on our little train. And there's places to stay. So become Wellness Weavers. Join wellnessweavers.com.
Look that up.
And I'm just, we're just building the infrastructure. So we'll do a business-to-business partnership.
Okay.
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you so much.